All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful morning. It is August 26, 2025, and we have an interesting day ahead. There really isn't much. Last week there was a lot, and then tomorrow we are going to be getting NVIDIA earnings, but now here's where it gets interesting. Donald Trump has wrote a letter saying that he is going to remove the Fed governor, Lisa Cook. And now she's already responded and she said, I'm not leaving. And now we're in one of these interesting scenarios. So we did hear a little bit about trade and South Korea. We are looking for India this week. You get a little bit of data. It's actually not important data. You only are going to be getting durable goods and then Conference Board of Consumer Confidence. So it may give you a reaction, but when it's all said and done, and also some real estate stuff. But we are waiting for NVIDIA, and now like some of this politics stuff, everything from rare earths and taking a stake down to what Donald Trump is going to do with the Fed, that is getting a little bit of attention. Now, I don't know if it's going to move us too much. You guys have been seeing the range. We got a little bit of volatility, but overall, you're still up like 1.9% here in August. And yeah, we only got a couple days left. So, Chattadonia, I hope you're ready for it. It should be a good Tuesday. I don't think we're going to get anything too crazy, but we will see. And then I think New York Times, activist firm, said to take a stake in New York Times. That just came out like a second ago. So good morning. It's only Tuesday, baby. What's going on? How you living, Tim Whitman, Mr. Fahar, Toy Soldier, Ben, Gus Gazzo, Mr. Edwards, R. Thorny, good morning, Marcus Bryant, Caballero, H-Bond, Jamar, Acoustic, Mr. Dos Nacho, what up, Liberace? Liberace, we gotta talk about it, bro. I've been hella busy, Brand. You know that, but I don't know. I don't know if you want me to talk about it either, but I love you, baby. Let's go. Bounce back better. Farmer Jim, Senor, are amazing. Alex, MIA, Canella, Mr. Kurt McGar, good morning. Brown Top Cruz, Epic Eric, Chris Tight, Liquid Skittle, Ivy, Senor, Hi-on, what up, baby? What up, Ben Star? What up, Lucky Soldier? 10% Alex in the house. Mr. Malone, MK, Chad Cleveland, good morning. Oh my goodness. God bless America, baby. So shout out to the vets. I hope y'all living good. You ready for a good day? I like a good day. You know that I'm a big fan of good days. You know, I just crazy, bro. Yesterday was crazy too, man. Oh, goodness. So here's Josh AI with the news. What up, baby?
Top overnight news, central banks. Trump removes Fed's Cook effective immediately. Cook says he doesn't have authority. Bloomberg, Reuters, FT, Axios, NY Times. Fed's Logan warns of money market pressures around quarter end next month. Fed has more room to reduce reserves. Bloomberg. NY Fed's Williams says neutral rate may be no different than pre-pandemic rate given demographic productivity trends. Bloomberg. Morgan Stanley forecasts a September interest rate cut by the Fed, citing Powell's shift toward labor market risks. Reuters. RBA board members saw case for gradual or faster rate cuts over coming year, dependent on data. Bloomberg. Trade tariffs. China official to visit U.S. this week for next round of trade talks. Soybean purchases on agenda. Link. Reuters. Trump warns of tariffs and export controls on countries imposing digital taxes on American tech companies. Link. Bloomberg. CNBC. Trump says China must ensure continued flow of rare earths magnets or face tariffs as high as 200%. CNBC, SCMP, Bloomberg. Indian exporters face disruptions as the U.S. imposes a 25% tariff on all Indian goods. FT, Reuters, Bloomberg. Trump meets South Korean President Lee. Trade deal to stay. Talks up shipbuilding cooperation. Bloomberg, FT, Yonhap, Reuters. Lutnick says announcement on Japan's $550 billion U.S. investment commitment coming this week. Reuters, New York Times. Japan, Australia, Taiwan suspend shipping of small parcels to U.S. following revocation of de minimis exemption. Bloomberg, ABC, Temu to resume direct shipments of Chinese goods to U.S. and increase ad spend following U.S.-China trade truce. FT, South Korea firms pledge fresh $150 billion investment into U.S. Yonhap. White House says it will buy ships from South Korea. Bloomberg, global renewable energy investment reached a record, but U.S. funding fell 36% amid policy changes and tariff uncertainties. Axios, corporate High anticipation ahead of Nvidia's earnings as AI-fueled rally pushes NASDAQ valuation to above 25-year average FT. Trump says he wants to make more investments into U.S. companies similar to stake in Intel. Reuters. Musk's X and XAI sue Apple and OpenAI, alleging monopolistic practices hindering competition in AI markets. Axios. Nissan shares slide after Mercedes-Benz Pension Trust says will sell 3.8% stake in company. Bloomberg. Reuters. FT. U.S. tariffs and stronger European currencies pressure companies to consider relocating operations stateside. Reuters. Economy. Americans' trade concerns stem from deep economic anxiety linked to a weak social safety net. NY Times. U.S. consumers with high credit scores are increasingly late on debt repayments. Reuters. AI negatively impacting job prospects for U.S. entry-level workers with 16% drop in employment for young workers. Axios. Bloomberg. PM Modi's unexpected consumption tax cut aims to boost confidence amid looming 50% U.S. tariffs on Indian exports. Bloomberg. German industry downturn accelerates with nearly 250,000 jobs lost since 2019 and revenues declining. Reuters. South Korean consumer confidence highest in over 7 years, aided by export momentum and stimulus expectations. Yonhap. Markets strategists see steeper yield curve, weaker dollar from erosion of Fed's independence after Cook's removal. Bloomberg. Reuters. Lower interest rate hopes may boost small cap stocks, which are currently undervalued compared to large caps. Axios. Investment managers reconsider the 60-40th strategy as bonds may regain diversification roles amid potential Fed rate cuts. Axios. French assets face pressure as political concerns over budget cuts grow, with stocks down and risk premiums rising. Bloomberg. FT. UK bond yields approach to 27-year high, increasing pressure on PM Starmer's government to cut fiscal spending. Bloomberg. China equity market bubble concerns fanned by liquidity flows amid still weak economic fundamentals. Bloomberg. Washington. Trump assumes quasi-authority over private sector operations, seeking government stakes in companies for national security. Axios. Trump admin seeks to halt Maryland offshore wind project, reversing Biden-era approval amid clean energy opposition. Bloomberg. Geopolitics. U.S. and Russian officials discussed energy deals as incentives for peace in Ukraine and easing sanctions. Reuters. Trump indicates he is open to meeting North Korea's President Kim. FT. France's government risks another collapse. Bloomberg. Reuters. Le Parisien.
What a headline. France government risks collapse. And then I thought there was going to be another one. All right, there's a more. S&P futures, they are down by 0.1 Tuesday morning, comes after U.S. equities finished lower on Monday after a big Friday rally that saw all major indexes rally more than 1.5% and snap a 5-day losing streak. Dollars off by 0.2, gold is up by 0.2, Bitcoin down by 1, and WTI is down by 1.7. Big development today has revolved around Trump's move to oust Fed Governor Cook in the wake of allegations of mortgage fraud. However, Cook said Trump has no authority to fire her and she will not quit. Market impact fairly muted, with most of the focus on curve steepening. Move had been expected and fits the heightened political interference on the Fed and broader fiscal dominance narrative. Very quiet elsewhere as the market waits for Nvidia earnings on Wednesday after the close. PCE inflation Friday morning. Nothing on the current monetary policy calendar from Fed speakers so far this week, though Williams did suggest neutral rate may be no different than pre-pandemic level, given demographic productivity trends. Tariff headline risk back in focus, with Trump threatening to retaliate against countries that impose digital taxes on U.S. tech companies and impose 200% tariffs on China if they do not ensure the flow of rare earth magnets. July preliminary durable goods orders fell by 2.8 month over month, though better than expected. Durable goods orders, excluding transportation, also beat the best in September. Core capital goods orders rebounded off of last month's contraction, while core capital goods shipments beat best since April 23. FHFA house price index, Richmond Fed, and Conference Board of Consumer Confidence on the calendar for today. In addition, Treasury selling $69 billion of 2-year notes. In Fed speak, Richmond's Barkin noted workforce growth is basically zero, excluding immigration. Nothing on the calendar for Wednesday, though Treasury selling $70 billion of 5-year notes. Q2 GDP revisions, initial claims, and pending home sales out on Thursday. Fed Governor Waller also speaks on Thursday. In addition, Treasury to sell $44 billion of 7-year notes. Friday brings July personal income and spending report, highlight of which will be the core PCE inflation, along with Financial University of Consumer Sentiment for August and expectations. Not much in corporate. Eli Lilly anti-obesity pill trial results met weight loss targets. AT&T to acquire Spectrum from SATS for $23 billion in cash. Boeing to sell 103 planes to Korean Air for $36 billion. IBKR boosted by news it'll be added to the S&P 500. CG acquiring Interfelio from IVZ for $200 million. AVY to acquire Meridian Adhesive Group Flooring for $390 million. HEI takeaways highlighted continued aerospace aftermarket demand and higher FSG margin. SMTC ahead Q2 and Q3 guide, while takeaways highlighted strength in data center and high-end consumer products and softer copper edge. WU helped by insider purchase disclosure. iBio up big after 0.72, disclosed a 9.9% stake. MDB, Okta, and PVH, the notable reporters today after the close. Va, Habibi. Now we get the pre-market moving. It's actually not that crazy, too. There is not that many. So Talon, TLN up by 4.9 to replace Interactive Brokers in S&P 400. IBKR up 3.2 to replace Walgreens in the S&P 500. AMD is up by 2.4. IBM and AMD announced plans to develop next-generation computing architecture. Eli Lilly up 2.2 on the weight loss obesity pill. AT&T up by 0.2 to acquire Spectrum from EchoStar. SATS up 63, selling to AT&T for $23 billion. Hybrid M&O agreement, steps towards resolving FCC inquiry. AT&T up 6.6 off earnings. LEU up 4.0, MOU with Korea Hydro and POSCO International. VFC is up by 3.4, Baird upgrade. SMTC 2.9 earnings. UUUU up 2.8, MOU with Vulcan Elements to advance U.S. rare earth magnet security. HSIC up 2.2, Evercore upgrade. ALB 1.7, UBS upgrade. Oklo 1.6, Bank of America initiates buy. IVVD up 130 off nothing. AIFF 28 deploys NVIDIA L40S GPU acceleration. SCR is up by 26. FDA feedback advancing SCR 252 in registrational clinical study program. PAC is up by 18, expands relationship with Walmart. AEHR is up by 9.2, purchase order. Domo is up by 6.9, TD Cohen upgrade. SNT is up by 6 off earnings. BACT is up 5.2 off insider buy. Gilt 5.2, additional $25 million agreement to advance digital inclusion in Peru. Prop up 4.8, ACTU 4.5, B. Riley initiates buy. GoTo 3.7 off earnings. OPFI 3.3 increases buyback authorization to $40 million. RCKY up 2.8, Baird upgrade. Trading lower. Yum China down 2.3, SW down 2.2, AS down 1.8, 4.1 million block being shopped through Morgan Stanley. CoreWeave down 1.6, Constellation down 1.5, Bank of America downgrade. eHang down 11 off earnings. Vowlin down 4.6, follow through on a license suspension or one of the sympathies. DQ down 4.0 off earnings. VKTX down 2.1 in reaction to phase 3 Eli Lilly. CDLR down 1.8 off earnings. EPIX down 68, clarifies NASDAQ due bill trading previously announced cash distribution. SNYR down 16 offering, and then ECX down 11.8 off earnings. And then AT&T, there's a note on there, and that's it. That is it. I know. EchoStar, SATS, dude, they sold it for $23 billion. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. AT&T, bro. AT&T. But other than that, Chattadonia, that's all we have. That's all we have. I think DJT, there was some crypto news, but that did not hit any of these top headlines over here. So we will see. But how you living, baby? How you living? I have nothing else. I think I do have a couple of plays. We could go over those in a little bit. It's not that crazy, actually. Again, I would be on the lookout for NVIDIA. That one keeps moving. They keep talking about these. Lutnick went on this morning and it was talking about other U.S. companies. So people might speculate on that. I have a couple of ideas, but other than that, I think we are going to chill a little bit. I am excited if we could get some momentum. Again, yesterday, you guys saw the market, the range, and all of that, and we're like right in the middle. Again, 1.9 here for August, and you have a couple of days, so it's either this is going to free up a lot or we're going to give back a lot, and then before you know it, September. I do think the Lisa Cook thing is weird. I think that is That one's actually very weird because she literally is getting fired, but then not stepping down. So you do have a little bit of a kind of a Fed mutiny. Like, I don't know. I brought that up a while ago. But if you just start seeing the Fed start to fight back in a way, and everyone's like, no, we're not going to listen. And then I quit. I'm not quitting. It could get volatile there. So I'm pretty surprised by the reaction. I mean, we're only down by 0.02 with that type of news. So we will see. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Bostic, though, it's funny because during the time that Bostic was committing his crimes, or excuse me, the appearance of crimes, that's it. So he didn't. So that's the thing. If you don't know, but Bostic, the Fed investigation, they said it gave off the appearance of wrongdoing, but he technically did not do anything wrong. So forgive me, but the appearance of wrongdoing, when Bostic did it, nobody batted an eye. That's the difference, is that during 2021 to 2024, you could do anything on the Fed. You never had this public pressure, right? Bostic was never called on to step down. He never got fired. Nobody wrote a letter. Everybody just shut their mouth, and then they investigated it, and then he did it 3 more times, and then they came out with what the results of that investigation were. So that's why this is just different, because like now, like we're reacting very quickly to a wrongdoing. You know what I'm saying? Or we're just like, yeah, that. And then now there's like the public fight back. The funny thing is that Lisa Cook hasn't said much. She only said something on day 1, and that's why, like, now looking at it, it's kind of funny because she didn't respond to anything else. But now she responded to the letter that Trump wrote, and she's saying she's not stepping down. Yeah, it is just an allegation. That is definitely true. I think it just brings up the point of, like, can he fire her or not, which that's where everybody's debating it. It's not going to be the reason as much, but that's what we're dealing with today, because he wrote a letter, if you guys didn't see it, and he did list some congressional authority. So that's going to be the debate now. That's why I think he did it, because it opens up this conversation of, wait a minute, can he do it? So yeah, we're going to find out. We are going to find out. Rosengrad, Kaplan, Clarita. And there were some who did stuff that weren't as bad, but I would say, like, Kaplan, Clarita, and then Bostic, they kind of got their own little record. I think Kaplan was pretty crazy. If you remember, again, he was the guy, and then Clarita, excuse me. Clarita was like, he was trading millions of dollars during COVID. So, I mean, the Fed is just, it's been an interesting institution. I don't know why they don't pay them enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? How come, like, can we just pay you guys more? How about this, Fed? We'll all triple your payments if you guys just stop scamming. I don't get it. I feel like that would solve the problem. Like, where you can just tell Bostic, yo, Bostic, bro, you don't need to go buy munis. We'll give you a raise. That's fine. Kaplan, you already own the Kansas City Royals. Or Clarita, you don't need a day trade Netflix. Like, why? Here, let's just give you. I guess greed is insatiable, but either way, here we are. Brazil Lula, U.S. government has been acting like emperors of Earth. Okay. All right. Any questions? We only have a couple of minutes. Then we're gonna be beginning. All right, I have all the plays. Did I go over the plays? We'll go over them here in a second, but it should be a good one. I think we should do it, man. I think we should get right into it. I think we should celebrate. You know that? Because every morning, this truly is a celebration. You know that, bro? I was even talking with my dad, man. You know that? I think I should have my dad explain it to some of y'all, because you should hear it from a guy who literally left everything. I'm not, no exaggeration. Left his family, left everything he knew, got on a plane. They got a special. You guys know that? My dad and my mom got to America because there was a sale on flights. So amen. Thank you, corporate America, and thank you for that discount. But yeah, you should hear it from somebody who gave up everything to be here and loves this country. And that's why, man, I hope you all realize you have a level of freedom that is truly envied. Again, at one point, my own family, they were like, screw all that, let's leave everything and get that freedom. You know what I'm saying? So my brother, don't take it for granted. And it's very, very easy to. We grow up in it. We live every day. You look around, everybody does whatever they want. You know, we're used to it. We're used to all of this. So I hope every morning we get a good reminder that not only do we share this room with some awesome people, but we all the work we do and what we're looking to get out of it's a result of freedom. And if you didn't have freedom, it would change how you operate when it's all said and done. So that's why, before we begin, I really do want to give a shout out, a special one, to all the active service, past service, anybody who has served this country, even the families, for real. Thank you for everything you have given. Again, my family, a lot of other families, a lot of the young guys in here, man. Think about it. With the level of freedom we have, man, if it was any bit different, I don't think we would all be here. And it's such a beautiful thing. And this is what deep down should be motivating you, because like I'm telling you, man, you work and you wake up every day. You don't work if you knew you weren't going to be able to keep it. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't do all this stuff if you knew there wasn't a light at the end of the tunnel. So don't ever take it for granted. And above all else, too, all of you who have served, I hope you don't take it for granted. And you have already given to this country and given so much. So now it is your time to own it. And I really do hope that you get your crib and you take advantage of everything. Stay away from the scammers. And if you haven't served, man, I just hope you could show this love, true love and appreciation. Make some noise. And I don't know, man, just help them out. That's it. We hear a lot of things. I would like to see some more. I got a couple of ideas, but again, we hear a lot of charities. We hear a lot of this. We hear a lot of money, but we still got homeless veterans, so we can make some noise about it. But at the very least, though, I just want to say thank you. And veterans, God bless every single one of you and the families. It has not been easy, and y'all have made sacrifices. So again, that's why it's like, bro, may you guys be blessed, have the world, and keep going further. And if you need any help, I would love to be there for you. And above all else, thank you for everything. And big shout out to everybody else out there giving back to their local communities. All the doctors, nurses, teachers, firefighters, police officers, the janitors, the coaches, the garbage men. Thank you for doing what you have done, baby. But ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Place your right hand over your heart. Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, baby. Son of a bitch! Oh, it's game time, baby. Horn! Oh yeah, Chatadonia. Tuesday. Oh yeah, it's only Tuesday. Are you ready? So Chatadonia, God bless. God bless, and thank you to the veterans. We only got 5 minutes. Oh man, so I got plays. I'm gonna be watching Whirlpool, IBM, Eli Lilly, Albemarle, and NVIDIA. Oh, there was one more. I wanted to watch a material play. I didn't note it down. We were just talking about it. But yeah, keep an eye on the materials as well. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. We will go from there. All right. Now let's get to the video. Let's get to the video. All right. And God bless America, bro. Thank you, veterans. For real. And y'all ready? Y'all need to get the crib, bro. Okay? And stay away from the scammers. I have a lot, dude. We have a lot of bad things to talk about. You know that? A Chad got scammed on Twitter. Y'all still think I'm somebody that I'm not on Twitter, and we need to address it. And there was something else, too, that was related to that. But, you know, yeah, but there was a big scam. A big scam happened, Chad. We'll talk about it. But watch out for the finance bots. The finance bots got a Chad, bro. They got a Chad. I know. You can't make this up. I know. I'll see you there. It's time to move on over. God bless America. And Chatadonia, the Lord is with you, brother. The Lord is with you. That's all you need. So have a good day if I don't see you, and if not, I hope you maximize it. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay for the things you want to use, baby. Peace.